Hey everybody, John here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today back in the Halloween DLC for Dead by Daylight, going for the Adept Shape achievement. This is to get a merciless killer rating as the Shape. This one's going to be done from the killer side. You're going to need to play as the Shape for this one, aka Michael Myers. So make sure you grab him from the DLC pack or from the in-game store. You also need to make sure you get him to a minimum of level 10 in order to open up 3 free perk slots. These are going to be the perks that you want to equip and only equip. Save the best for last, then you're going to want Play with your food, and then finally you're going to want Dying Light. Leave the 4th slot empty if you have that available to you, and you can do whatever you want for add-ons or offerings. Start up the game, and it's time to start going for the Merciless. So the main gimmick behind Michael Myers is going to be his Evil Within system. You're going to start out with Evil Within Tier 1, which is going to mean you are going to move really slow, although you have a dramatically reduced terror radius, so you are going to be a more stealthy killer at the start of the game. So take advantage of this and make sure you try to find your first few survivors. Because your terror radius is so low, they won't be alerted to your presence super early. So try to get the sneak up on people, and then if you are super sly about it, you can even grab them off of the early generators and punish accordingly. Of course, you are going to want to get out of Evil Within Tier 1 as the game progresses. The reason for that is you aren't going to get very far with such a slow movement speed. So to fill up your Evil Within to the next tier, you're going to want to hold left trigger, which is going to be the stock button. Anyone in your field of view while you are stalking is going to start glowing, and that should also fill up your Evil Within meter. Once you fill it up to the next level, you're going to reach Evil Within Tier 2, which is going to expand your terror radius back to a normal killer's radius, but it's also going to allow you to move at a way faster movement speed. So make sure you try to take advantage of situations where you can fill it up. During the early game, I recommend doing this by pressuring the survivors in 2 loops. Since you can't beat the survivors in a straight-on chase while you are in Tier 1, you want to make sure you try to get them in a looping situation. That way they are stopping frequently, and you should be able to fit them in your field of view, which of course you can take advantage of in order to build up your stock. As soon as you hit Evil Within Tier 2, you're going to get your movement speed boosted, so make sure you take advantage of this. This is where the bulk of your gameplay is going to take place, and this is where you are going to need to rely on your Dead by Daylight fundamentals in order to start racking up downs and hooks, so make sure you do so. Thankfully, Michael Myers is going to have a pretty decent set of abilities. You are going to have a pretty reliable basic attack, and it's going to have a pretty decent range on it. All 3 of his perks are going to be super helpful, but they are going to take place in the background, so you aren't really going to notice them, but they will snowball in your favor as the game progresses. As for Evil Within Tier 3, this is going to be my best advice in taking advantage of it. Don't shy away from opportunities to fill up the Evil Within Tier 2 to almost all the way, and then what you want to do is you want to make sure you sit on a almost full bar until you absolutely need to use Evil Within Tier 3. Once you hit Evil Within Tier 3, you are going to put Expose on every single survivor, which is going to mean you are able to down them no matter their health condition. So even if a survivor is at full health, if you hit them when at Evil Within Tier 3, they should automatically go down, which is going to be super useful. The downside to this is Evil Within Tier 3 is going to be timed. Once you deplete the meter, you're going to revert back to Evil Within Tier 2. So my best advice is to save these for opportunities that absolutely require them. So if you play it smart and bank up an almost full Evil Within Tier 2 bar, whenever you get into a situation where you are engaging a fully healthy survivor, what you can do is you can fill up the little bit of it to get to Tier 3, and that way you should be able to take advantage of being able to one-shot them. So if you find yourself in a loop against a very annoying survivor who's going to be at full health, instead of hitting them once and having them escape, what you can do is you can put yourself in Evil Within Tier 3, get the easy one shot, and then punish them for giving you all of that trouble. Also, it's going to be very important that you don't want to over-rely on your Evil Within Tier 3 ability. The reason for that is it is important to get extra hits on survivors in order to fill out that category for the Merciless Killer rating. So hopefully you can utilize these tips in order to score well in all of the major killer categories. So make sure you take advantage of that, and then once you get to the end of the game, you should be good for the Merciless Killer rating. Of course, you can always hit right bumper on the results screen in order to see all 4 categories and what you need to improve on, and make sure you take that with you into the next game, and then eventually you should be able to do well enough to warrant the Merciless Killer rating. Once you do, you should be good for the achievement. It's going to be for 20 gamer score, and that's all there is to it.